So we're hiking up today to Andrew Peak. Thought it'd be a nice little hike. Hear voices. I guess there's some other people up here. Usually is. It's pretty nice. Just kind of decide which hill you want to hike and just go do it. In the beginning it's kind of difficult. You pick a hill that's not so challenging. You know, take your time. And after you work up to it, you just kind of say, well, I think I want to hike that one today. That's a good idea. The weather's nice. Planes are overhead, cruising. You can ask for more. Okay, here we are. Coming up to the saddle. Just passed a couple other guys there. They went over. They came up to the saddle and went over down the other side towards Gateway Trailhead, and then they went up to Sky Point. So here's the saddle. A couple rock formations. People set up. But we're going to Andrew Peak today, so we're going to go this way. Anyway, apologize if the video's a little shaky. It's the first time out doing this. Hopefully we'll do more. Most of the days in wintertime you can do this in short sleeve and shorts. Bring a coat, because when the wind comes up it does get cold fast. But it's feeling pretty good right about now. Andrew Peak, I think, is about 600 feet up from the trailhead, vertical. Good little hike. After you clear the saddle, though, and you get up about a couple hundred yards, the trail starts getting kind of rocky, and it does get worse than this. So when you're hiking in the flat light, you want to be careful in the shadows because it's hard to see those rocks. I could sit in front of the computer all day long and find something to do, entertain me, or I could come up here and shoot photos, give me a reason to hang out in front of the computer. And as you get a little higher up, the view just gets better and better. One of the things I didn't point out, that I will now, is I see a lot of cool rock formations up here, you know, and they're cool to take pictures of and maybe get your picture taken on. But you want to be really careful up here. This is part of the trail. And as you can tell, you know, there's some pretty jagged rocks down here at the bottom of this. So, you know, some people, they'll, you know, climb up here and get their picture taken on it. Some of this stuff is, you know, not necessarily loose, but you never know. You could knock one off and it could hit somebody below, or it could start something bigger. And on the other side of this is probably a good 15-foot drop right here, but on the other side of it, maybe 12, I don't know, depending on where you land. On the other side, it's about 20 to 30 foot. So anyway, just a, you know, word of caution, you want to be really careful when you're hiking up here. And you never should do it alone. You know, I'm saying that I'm doing it alone right now, but I'm checking in. I periodically, you know, if I've got somebody that I can check in with that, you know, knows that where I'm at, exactly what path I'm taking, and every 15 minutes I'll ping them. All I have to do is just type in ping, or, you know, copy it and kick it out again, you know, so they know I'm good. And then when I get to the top, I'll shoot them off a selfie or, you know, just a text letting them know where I'm at all times. But it's always a good idea to do that, even if you're going with a partner. Anything can happen. Up here, you know, you're close to town and all, but, you know, if nobody else is up here and nobody else is coming up, you could be stuck up here, you know. you break your cell phone, you fall down, it's always a good idea to let people know where you're at and when you're going to be home. Just, you know, word of advice. Something to pack in your toolkit. Stick it in your backpack with a list of other things like trail etiquette and other things like that. Something else to note here too is you'll come across these areas where there's like 2 or 3 different ways you can go, which is good. You know, it offers you an option. You can choose, you know, a tougher one or an easier one. So that's kind of a nice thing, because in about the last 200 yards of this hike is probably the most difficult. So if it looks a little loose, take an easier route. Just a word of advice. You know, someplace where there's actual sand, you know, instead of sand on rocks like you have over here. You could go down real quick. Take your time and you'll enjoy yourself. Stop and take a couple pictures. Hydrate. It's always important to carry water, even though you're not that far from town. You still need water when you get up here and you start working out. Always bring water, plenty of it. It's a good little exercise too. Carry a gallon. There's a path that goes around the side of the hill, but we're going to go up the face. Okay, that was a pretty good push. That was a good push. Yeah, see that? Yeah, it's pretty gnarly there. I got about another, God, I'm almost there, 100 feet, maybe 50. Anyway, whoo! Yeah, buddy. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, so come on up. Have fun. We're almost there. Wish you were here. All right, here we go. This is some of that sand on rock like I was talking about earlier. You gotta really make sure that you're sure-footed when you step on that stuff. Try not to if you can avoid it. But yeah, we're just cruising right along. I can see the top. It's in sight. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera away, I think, for a bit. Anyway, there you go. We are there. Had to follow my own advice there and take a break. So yeah, this is it. You have a pretty good view. Just about everything, really. Town. The Panamints, and more hills to climb. And then you got a nice little bench down here to take a break. And then a whole slew of other trails that go on up around there. Most of those aren't marked. There's 3 trailheads down below that have maps that'll show you all of this area down below here, closer to town. But the areas up there, you probably have to get a map from the BLM. Really know, you know, where you're at. So you can get lost up here, believe it or not. I mean, I did in the fog one time. We won't talk about that. That's a story for another day. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? They're worth it? Give it a try. Take your time. Enjoy yourself. Come explore your own backyard. I think you'll really be impressed. And have a good time to boot. Bring a friend. Till next time, have a good one.